Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Endzone 2. You join us out in the Wasteland where we are about to explore some of Zone 2. So we're starting off with this industrial site. We've got quite a few things that we can break into here with our axe. We've got a nice big convoy now actually. We've built quite a few new buggies because I'm planning on sorting out a few of the supply issues that are plaguing some of our settlements and leading to a bunch of issues. I've already cleared out a lot of the, well, I haven't cleared anything out actually. I've adjusted some of my trade routes so that we are delivering radiation protection to all of our settlements now, and they are no longer at a kind of deficit in that area, so that is good. And we're hoping that we can get a few more items here from some of our loot runs, and getting the Zone 2 exploration sorted is going to be our major kind of focus for the next few episodes. So you're going to see a lot of exploration. I hope that is something that you like to see, because there's lots to do here. And we're just going to go back out of here because that's all done now. We've cleared all of this area. We can end the expedition temporarily, dump all of that stuff in, end it, and then switch to our mule here, which has the remaining tools in. That wasn't the mule though, so that's quite frustrating. We'll end the expedition anyway, and we'll take that book, so that's good. And I've also kind of found a way to combat the deficit that we've got going on with a few other items. For example, the decontamination kits, which we're not really producing enough of at this moment in time to make it viable, because we've kind of, you know, with the playing slow and steady comes a few issues. The main one being that we are not able to finish kind of, we don't have like a really reliable source of iron income just yet. We have settled in Zone 2 though, so that is good. And we've got our little settlement over here of the Iron Wall, which is now starting to produce things, but we need to boost the population there before we can get into anything hardcore. And what I really want to do is I'd quite like to establish another settlement in Zone 1, and then move further into Zone 2, where we've got a nice big area for settling in that space. And then over on the left-hand side here, we've got another area where we can build swamp farms, which we are going to need. So the focus is probably going to be there first, but there is also a power plant here that is likely going to be a major part of our development in Zone 2, because that's going to give us the opportunity to bring power to this area. So our buggies have kind of arrived in advance, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to start my expedition here, and we are going to try and clear out some stuff. So it's a massive relay station with large amounts of electricities. It might well be that actually this isn't a power plant, it's just a big relay station, and if we can get that online, that might be really useful. And hopefully it turns out to be more than that, and we can actually make some use of it for other things, but I'm not quite sure about it. Let's see, can we get in this gate? No, it's locked. What about through the door? That's blocked as well, so we're going to need to find another way in there. Coming through here, there's a transformer box that's going to have some useful items inside, mainly transformers for the electricity. Then we can open this door with the fire axe once we've got that, but we can't access any other parts of the building, so we might as well end our expedition and leave. And then we need the fire axe, which is in our Pathfinder here, so we will start off again. Then we can get back in, and we'll go over to this door, smash through that to access the other area here. There we go, we are in, and then we'll go and loot this container. We've got a lightning rod there, which I assume we can repair. Maybe that's something that we can make use of. Let's just have a look at it. Doesn't look like we can actually do it. Oh, we need to climb up there. We'll go in there because there's a pallet in that building and some shelves, which is great. So we'll loot all of that. And then we'll come back out. We'll head up the ladder and take a look at this lightning rod at the top. If we chop it down, we can push it over and access the other side of the building. That's good. Then we've got the crate here, which we can use. And the bottom support, we're going to need to put a ladder on, I think. Yes, that's right. But we can drop down the air conditioner, I think. And that takes us inside the building. And through here, where we'll get access to some crates, more shelves, and a nice workbench. And then I guess we can then open the door. Once we've looted these cable drums, we'll move these out of the way. And that gets us out back in, so we can get a nice easy access to the rest of the building again. So we'll end our expedition. We know we need the ladder, and we know that that is in the mule. So again, we'll select our mule and start the expedition there. Get the ladder put in, and that's going to really help us out. We can get to the roof of the building and have a look at what we potentially can do to maybe bring this back online. But I very much doubt this is a building that we can bring back online. I think it's just a really fancy exploration for us. But we'll see. It might actually turn out to be a good thing for us. Who knows? We've got a crate there and then a final crate on the top. But it looks like that is the end of this one. Yeah, I think so. Right, we'll pack our ladder away and we will leave, taking all of our loot with us, end the expedition. I'm just going to have a look and see if I can load anything up from here into that. And then again, we're sorting out a few items that we've got. Got quite a bit of cabling and stuff from there, which is really good. Take that blowtorch and then we'll loot up all of that sort of stuff as well. Good. Right, that's all done. Then we can move on. Let's have a look at what other expeditions we've got here. We've got an end zone there. We've got the ruin that we took apart. There's also a crashed plane there, so let's head on over there. Take a look at that. This should be a quick explore. Then I guess we have to head back, but we're not going to drop this stuff off at our home base. We're actually going to go and take it to one of our new settlements. So there's a few items here, just suitcases and pallets and stuff. So we'll get them looted, loaded into our vehicles, and then we'll maybe have to drop off. And that's done. We do get some more knowledge points. Might well have been that we were able to use some of the tech that was there, but we don't have access to it really, so we can't do anything further with that. What have we got here? Some more cables. That's good. Lots of copper cables coming in. That's really useful for us because electricity is going to be paramount for us moving forward. What else have we got here? There's some greenhouses. There's a ruin, a biogas plant, which again will be free power for us. Further down, it looks like there's a country house, but this is all on the other side of the map. What about this warehouse or this house here? Let's have a look at the house. Let's go there. That should be a quick one for us. That brings everybody over, and we need the fire axe, which is again in our Pathfinder. So let's have a look. Some trash there, and then around here there's some other bits. Now this building we do have to access through here, so we'll go in the garage. There is a fire axe there as well, which we can use, and another shelf to loot. The car obviously brings us some stuff. Then we can get into the main body of the building through this broken wall, smash through the decaying wall, and that gives us access to the building's interior. Going upstairs now. There's another shelf. That's another knowledge point. We'll smash through this decayed wall, and through here there's a safe, so there's obviously some numbers for us to find here. And let's have a look. There's a crate there. Where's the numbers? Let's have a look round here. Anything there? Not seeing much. Interesting. Maybe it's downstairs in the garage. Can't see anything on the floor. Nothing there. What about around the back of the house? Have I missed something? Let's just come out. Was there anything on the roof? No, nothing there. Right then. Must be missing something. What about downstairs in this little ruin here? Because this room is only accessible from here. There is a shelf there. 60 units of food. Oh, there it is, underneath the stairs. I have to remember the layouts of these. 3, 4, 6, 8. Because it is usually in the same place, depending on the building layout. So I know that one's under the stairs, and it's 3, 4, 6, 8. We can get up here, back in, loot the safe with the correct number. Okay. 3, 4, 6, 8. Done. We are in. And that actually unlocks a treatment plant, which we can use on a swamp farm to purify water, I think it is actually. So that could be really useful for us. We can load up some more stuff here. I think we should be able to take in the plastic in there. And over here, do we have anything we can load up there? I think this might be the end of our run because we are completely full up. Lots of medicine. That's good. Have we got medicine anywhere else in any other vehicle that we can just load in to make our lives easier here? I don't think we do. But if we can kind of shuffle things around and trade some stuff between our vehicles, we should be okay. So if we have a look here, because this guy's got not much in. So if I loot here and I dump that, then take the medicine and more medicine, loot what's left, then we should be able to move stuff around in the other vehicles that we've got. Ah, that's rubber and iron. Definitely have iron there, so that's good. Now we just need to find some space for this rubber. What if I dump this? Actually, that's what we'll do. We'll dump everything in, like so. Keep doing that. We'll sort everything into a nice, tidy pile. And then we can sort it all out in a different way. Right, Pathfinder, load up that stuff. Then the mule is going to load up more. And then the buggies will take whatever's left. And I don't think we have enough vehicles actually to make this happen because... Oh, wait, we do. We can get the last lot in there. Perfect. Excellent. Right, now, I did say I was going to take all of this back to the iron wall, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to go drop everything off there, and you can see radiated settlers and contaminated resources, which is a massive problem. They are producing coal, so they should be able to actually sort that out pretty quickly. But at this moment in time, they are in a little bit of a pickle, really. But they are smelting plenty of iron. The iron mine is working well, and we have the scrapyard working, but they've run out of scrap again. So is there somewhere else that they can go? Don't think there is. Then what we might need to do then is over here, we will go to our raw materials, and we will set up a recycling center here. And that's just going to allow us to keep that area going with scrap. We'll obviously drop out the people who are harvesting scrap there and build another new scrapyard somewhere else. So let's see where we can build this. There's a little bit of scrap up there that we could go and get rid of, and there's also a nice little collection there, but actually there's not a lot of scrap in this zone. So that might mean we will need to have a few more recyclers running. I think we'll put one here. They can then remove the area of scrap here. Oh, actually, no, that wasn't a good place to build that. I think we can build it here. And then they will have a nice area to take down there. Once they've done that, they can move and get that residual stuff. And then everything will be fine. Right, our buggies have arrived, so they can drop off all of this stuff. And then they can get straight back out into the Wasteland. Of course, we don't need any of these additional tools and stuff that we've picked up, so we can drop them off as well. They will be useful, potentially, for trading with the other traders. And once our other vehicles have arrived, we might as well start chipping away at some of the stuff in this zone. Let's go over and have a look at Newtown. So you can see right now, Newtown, the iron tools not looking so good. We are, though, going to build a new buggy and another new buggy, because we can build loads of these and they will like get resources all over the place very quickly. We also have our pioneer here, and he's going to really be able to make use of some iron tools to repair some of our structures that have taken a bit of damage from the Wasteland. You can see we've run out of scrap in Medici, so one of our buggies is going to set up a new scrap trade route. I'm trying to kind of keep my transport routes limited on the amount of resources that they're pulling in. So I've got one here that is just paper. We could add in an extra resource there, so that you can take iron tools from the iron wall and drop them off at Medici, which will help out the production of our iodine over here. I think we could do that, actually. We're producing around about 3 iron tools per minute. It's not great. There's not a lot being produced, but that's because of the population issue that we currently have. When we get more population, we'll be fine. But I want to play it safe, and I don't want us to kind of overexert ourselves and run into some issues, because whenever you boost the population of a town or a city, it all changes. You basically need to really put in a lot of effort to kind of get everything nice and working coherently. So they've got plenty of food, so that's not going to be a problem, and they've also got plenty of wood, so we'll just have to cope with that. Now there's a little pharmacy here, so we're going to have a quick look there. We do need the lockpick and the axe. What I am going to do is I'm going to trade with a vehicle here. We want to trade the axe and the lockpick so that they're in the same vehicle, because it seems like a lot of the expeditions that we're going on require both of those at the same time. So I'm going to swap these two around. There we go. Then our Pathfinder can be the kind of main one that's doing lockpicking and the chopping of stuff. So let's go into this old pharmacy. Got a door, we got a ladder, we got a car. We're going to take the car first, then we will head round and get the crates and all of the other stuff on the outside of the building. The crate needs a lockpick, so let's get that undone. Nice and easy. Then we'll go with the transformer box. Ladder around the back, which we can climb up. Oh no, we've just taken it. And then the door itself, which maybe we can just smash through. Excellent. Checkout, which I think is probably just a bit of lore. Shelf and another shelf. 100% that. Great start. Wonderful. Right, we can end the expedition, and then we'll just have our buggy pick up the ladder, and then we'll see what else is nearby and head back out. Cool. Right. I think we can round this up soon enough. We'll do some more exploration next episode, and hopefully I'll have a few new things. There's an abandoned camp here, so we're going to change our focus and head over there because I think this will contain a vehicle. If I remember rightly, this is kind of like a Pathfinder / NOMAD type vehicle. And once you are there, let's have a look at what we need. We need some rubber, we need some iron tools, and we need an axe. Now, we did drop off quite a bit of rubber, and that should be doable, but we can go back to our nearest settlement and grab some more stuff from there, so that should be okay. Then we've got a crate here, and then a container. I think we need to smash the structures around the camp. Once they're done, we'll be able to harvest the materials there. We get the rims. We need rubber for them. We can smash these, and that gives us scrap, and we can continue smashing stuff around here. Some radiation suits in the corner as well, which is nice. Just pick them up. And then the cable drums and the barrel. Good. I think we've got everything there. Now, this Deuterian structure we can't do anything with, but we can smash all of this stuff around here. We can then hopefully smash this as well. Yes. Then we can have a look at the container, but I think that's just going to give me a little bit more lore. Then we destroy this one, which reveals the bus. Then, if we repair the rims, we can get that bus back up and running. So we're going to load everything in. We can't take anything more. We'll end the expedition. We'll just grab one of our buggies here and then head back over here. And there should be some rubber here that I've been storing. If not, we'll just head back to our main settlement. So having a look at only 7 lots of rubber. We do need iron tools, so we'll take 50 of those. Then we'll head back over to here. We'll see how much rubber we need, and we will send one buggy back to Newtown. And we've just finished a buggy, which is good. So next episode, we can sort out a little trade route there. And then over here, let's have a quick look at what we need for this expedition. So the rims need 30 units of rubber. And then we need the iron tools to repair the bus. So we can take all of this stuff again. We'll grab that lockpick as well. We need 30 lots of rubber, which we should have here. Head back over. Just arriving there. Trading, and we want the rubber. Yeah, we've got plenty there. We'll grab the 50 units out of that, and then we'll head back over here. Now, we do need to trade this with the vehicle that has the tools and the rubber already, so we'll just drop over to here. And once that new buggy arrives, we can do that trade. Now, radiated settlers at the Iron Wall is not going too well. We need to sort that out by getting a decontaminator in. And then we can quickly trade between these two, drop that rubber off. There we go. Then we'll go over to here and we'll start the expedition. We can attach the rubber to the rims and then attach them rims to the bus. Picking up our tires, and then we can uncover the bus, mount the wheels, and we unlock a NOMAD. Perfect. That is a new vehicle in our fleet, joining us there with loads of inventory slots, which is really good. So we'll load all of that up, and we will head back to this settlement here. We'll drop all of that stuff off, and we will end our episode there, ready to start again in a new episode. Just going to drop everything off. We're going to once again unload the Pathfinder, putting everything in. They've got too much wood and food, but the protective clothing's helping as well. That was a little task that I didn't realize I had. And we can just drop all of the other stuff off here. That's done. That's good. And then we've got this buggy over here, which we'll move over to here. Lizzie Rasmus is also coming for us from somewhere. So let's exchange those goods, and we will pull back our fleet over to here, where we've got 2 new buggies ready to set up some new trade routes. We're not sure where Lizzie's going to come from. When she does arrive, we'll be ready for it. And that could be how we start our new episode, with a nice fight with Lizzie, but she doesn't seem to be on the map yet, unless she's come in Zone 3, which would be really funny, because that would mean she's not getting anywhere near us. So once again, I'm just going to very quickly exchange goods with the settlement. We are going to arm our new buggies with some weaponry just to keep them defended. And then over here again, exchanging goods with our settlement and armament. We want the heavy machine gun. And then when our other vehicle arrives, the Nomad, we're going to drop off the stuff that's in that. Didn't realize, I totally forgot that I'd loaded this up. We're going to go to our armament here. We're going to give the heavy cannon to that Nomad. And that ends our episode for today. So I hope you've enjoyed another dive into Endzone 2. It's such a shame this game's been kind of cancelled and the support has ended, because it was starting to look really good. Anyway, thanks again for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.